Hello, everyone, and thank you all for being here today. My name's Allie Widmer, and I'm your special events coordinator for the walk. You've probably seen a lot of emails from me, and you will continue to do so up until June 27th. I also have on the call with me Heidi Merritt, our Director of Development, and Jackie Burgess-Bishop, our CEO at the NKFI. We want to thank you all again for joining us virtually today, where you're going to learn more about our event, how to participate, and what your dollar can do. With that, I'd like to pass it over to Jackie to explain our mission.
Good morning, everyone, on this very sunny Sunday morning, and welcome as we launch the 2021 Walk for Kidneys. The National Kidney Foundation of Illinois improves the health and well-being of people at risk for or affected by kidney disease through prevention, education, and empowerment. And we're able to do that through the support, engagement of individuals such as yourselves, our partners, our sponsors, our elected officials. We all pull together our valued kidney communities, our patients, our caregivers. We all pull together and work together to make a difference and provide resources and change the trajectory of kidney disease and to continue to promote kidney health. We know that, as our vision indicates, we're a lifeline. And when we look at the size of kidney disease and the impact nationwide, 37 million persons are impacted by kidney disease, and many don't even know it. We look here in Illinois at the over 30,000 persons that have been diagnosed in or with kidney failure, many on dialysis, some with a transplant. And we want to make a difference in their lives. And we're really able to do so and express appreciation due to support from you. So with that, I definitely want to thank our sponsors, all of our sponsors, starting with our presenting sponsor, Baxter, including our sponsors, Fresenius Care, Gift of Hope, The Links Incorporated, Horizon, and Next Stage. Well, we just are launching the walk, and we do have a phenomenal committee that will be acknowledged a little bit later during our kickoff. But where we are now, we are at 2017 and 35% to goal. So with your engagement, we know we will get there. We're excited about our plan is to have our walk live this year from Montrose Harbor and live streaming as an availability and a convenience. So what happens at times, people indicate, they say, well, I'm giving to this walk, I'm giving to the mission, I believe in supporting the mission, I have someone in my family, a friend, an associate that has been impacted by kidney disease. But where do the dollars go? How is my dollar making a difference? And what we want to do is to be able to explain that, give concepts as well as actual reality to where your dollar goes. So as we see, $25 offsets the cost for one person to attend living with kidney disease and transplantation. $85 provides one Illinois resident with a free kidney mobile screening. $100 provides fun education for 2 children at our kidney disease and transplantation event. $250 can send 5 individuals and advocates to Springfield during our advocacy day. And $1,000 sends 1 child to our week-long kidney camp or kidney outdoor adventure. So you truly make a difference. Every dollar makes a difference. We really appreciate you and what you do on behalf of the National Kidney Foundation of Illinois. And so with that, I'd like to turn it back over to Allie. Allie?
Thank you, Jackie. So as mentioned, everyone, the great thing about our walk this year is there's actually 2 ways for you to participate. You can either join us in person at Montrose Harbor on Sunday, June 27th, and there'll be COVID precautions in place throughout the entire event to keep us safe. Or you can join us virtually on our Facebook or YouTube channels and get the exact same experience, but you would just be walking where you are. We're going to go live from Montrose Harbor, where you'll see ceremonies, the tents, and get that in-person experience. So what it's going to look like if you choose to do an in-person walk, you'll show up at 9 a.m. when registration and check-in begins. The health fair begins, kidney zone opens, as well as the glucose screening. We're going to have tents set up, and you can visit them, get information from our various sponsors, and enjoy the community, the passion, and everything surrounding you. And at 9:45, our program will begin on stage, where you'll hear words from our CEO, sponsors, top teams, and have a yoga or Zumba warm-up before we kick off at 10 for our walk, where you'll step off Montrose Harbor, the beautiful view, and get to walk, and then join us back at 11:30 for our closing celebration. And then at 1 p.m., our event is going to conclude. If you're going to do our virtual option, your day is going to be pretty similar, but it's going to end when we walk it out. So at 9 a.m., our virtual walk will begin. You'll have pre-recorded videos from our participants, our committee, cooking tutorials, information for our kids about our kidneys. And then at 9:45, we're going to have our live video from Montrose Harbor, where you'll get the same ceremony and experience, Zumba class, walk it out. And then at 10, we're going to walk it out wherever you are. And that is when the virtual ceremony is actually going to end. But for the rest of the day, we ask that you still tag us at #WalkForKidneys, so your pictures can be posted after our live ceremony and for the rest of the weekend. So what you're going to need, regardless of how you choose to participate, please wear sunscreen, weather appropriate clothing, and of course, comfy shoes. You're going to want a water bottle, blanket, or chairs, as well as a mask and hand sanitizer. And then donations, if you're coming day of, you can bring them. Otherwise, feel free to mail them to our address that's on the screen. And with that, I'd like to now pass it over to our planning committee chair, Andy, to share his story of why he's so passionate towards the NKFI and the walk.
Can you hear me?
Yes, looks like you're all good to go, Andy.
Yeah, except that I'm not getting a signal in this room. Okay, I'm gonna have to move so I can get a signal. Hi, my name is Andy Bosov, and as introduced, I am the chair of the planning committee, and it's just such an honor to be involved with the National Kidney Foundation, because I have been involved in kidney advocacy and fundraising for 14 years since I received my kidney transplant. Oh, you know, there's a story about that. That's what I'm supposed to tell. I needed a kidney. And at the time, I was serving as a rabbi in New Jersey, and I was on an interfaith committee with a minister who, when we walked out to the parking lot where all important decisions are made, I told her what was going on, and lo and behold, she said, "I'll give you one of mine." So that began our wonderful story and adventure. And I'm still good friends with my donor, Karen Onesti, and love her and her husband for the amazing gift they gave me. And that started my way of participating in advocacy and fundraising activities with not only the National Kidney Foundation in Philadelphia, walking for and speaking at and raising money. I think I was the third highest fundraiser one year. But also did work with the American Kidney Fund, going to Washington, D.C., and then also a couple of years ago, not only walking here in Chicago with the NKFI, but also doing the day down to Springfield for advocacy work. So I'm just so excited to be participating in this way this year. We have a great professional staff, and we have a terrific lay staff or committee I should say, like all the other people that are working together to make this walk the best ever. I guess, I don't know if you can see me. I guess not. Something happened because I was all set to go. But I'm wearing the T-shirt from 2 years ago. I can't wait to change shirts. This one is kind of moldy after wearing it for 2 years. But I just am so excited that you'll all be participating. I hope that everybody gets on a team. We get more and more team members. We raise that much more money. I'm impressed that we're already over the 30% mark and we're still a couple months away. So I look forward to seeing everybody one way or the other and to participating together at Montrose Harbor or virtually and having a wonderful, wonderful experience. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Andy, so much for sharing your story. Your passion and dedication really are so inspiring. And like you said, we hope to see you all at our event on June 27th, virtually or in person. Now I'd like to pass it over to Heidi to tell you exactly how you can get registered and jumpstart your fundraising.
Hi, good morning, everyone. As Ali mentioned, my name is Heidi Merritt, and I'm the Senior Director of Development at the NKFI. So I'm going to take you through some steps about team development and fundraising. So if you haven't already registered, we would love for you to go to nkfi.org/walk, create your team, join a team. And if you're creating a team, make it fun. Like you can see Andy's team name, I'll give you one of mine, is a really fun one. And there's be creative. In fact, some of the fun ones from the current and previous years, there's a team share your spare or kidney beans, which is one of my personal favorites. And so during the registration process, you'll have a chance to set your team fundraising goal and make it an aggressive goal. Be aim high, make it meaningful. And so once you have that team started, then it's time to recruit members for your team. And it's always great to aim for about 10 people. And if you can get more, even better. And then also don't forget that each walker that individually raises a $100 receives a T-shirt. And as Andy mentioned, he's wearing his from 2 years ago because he raised over $100. So next we have team building and fundraising. So once you are a team captain or a team member, then it's time to get started. You can customize through the dashboard that I'll be showing you a couple seconds from now. You can customize your team and personal web page. You can add videos and pictures and write your personal story as to why you're walking. And it's always great to make a self-donation of $10, $25, however much you would like to make, because it really sets the tone for others to follow. And with the using social media, let people know that you are participating in the walk and you have your team, and you can send emails out to your friends and family, encouraging them to join and raise money. You can, in your emails, you can send a story while you're raising money, and then over the coming months leading up to the walk, continue to communicate with your team members on different ideas for fundraising. And even periodically email those who haven't responded to join your team, because we're all very busy in this day and time. And so sometimes it takes 3 or 4 emails. And so all of these things you can do from this dashboard. So once you create your team and your page, this is the dashboard. And from here, you can edit your team name. You can customize. This is where you can put your videos or photos. You can even send out emails from here. And we've already created some templates for you, so you don't need to recreate the wheel and write them from scratch, but you can customize them to fit your personal story. So once you have all that up, then we completely understand. I always say, some people would rather walk over hot coals than have to fundraise. But it's not just about asking someone, hey, would you mind making a donation to my team? There are so many different ways you can do that. And even though people are slowly getting back to their offices, but many people are still working remotely, there's still a lot of ways you can achieve your fundraising goal. Ask your barber or hairdresser to donate like $2 or $3 from every haircut that they do, and over like a weekend or a certain time period, and be sure to provide a sign for their place, letting them know that their customers, that a portion of their fees will go towards the team. The weather's getting nice out. You can do a mow-a-thon. Ask your neighbors if you can mow their lawn for a $20, $50 donation. You know, the sky's the limit for the amount, and create flyers letting them know about this. And even better, if you have teenage kids, have them do the mowing. And healthy challenge. We're all, you know, wanting to be healthy. So you can do like a health challenge where ask people, like, if I do 50 jumping jacks, will you give me $1 a jumping jack? Or if I do a certain amount of push-ups or whatnot, you know, make it interactive. Go live on Facebook or Instagram while you accomplish the challenge. Some is a pie in the face. This is kind of a fun one. Set a minimum fundraising goal that can be reached, and then tell your friends and family and post on social media that once you raise that amount, you'll post a video of getting pied in the face. Another one is Jeans Day. Now that people are slowly getting back into the office and may still have to we have to get out of our yoga pants and get back into those business casual clothes. But if you can ask your employer to create a dress down day, and that if anyone who wants to participate in this dress down day, they make a donation towards your team. And if your birthday falls between now and the walk, in lieu of gifts, ask people to make a donation. So you can see there's so many different ways to fundraise, and we have even more ideas for you. And we will be happy to send you even more if you're looking for additional ideas. So what do we do next? You want to make it easy for your donors to respond. And so donating online, you can even create a customized link to your team that you can put in your emails, and even put that link in your email signature. Think about how many emails you send out on a daily basis, and how the exposure that will be created by having your team link in your signature. So, and it is proven that by donating online, on average, a walker raises 30 to 40% more by using an online campaign. So, and again, following up with friendly reminders. Again, there's a lot going on, and people get caught up with their daily tasks, but more than anything, thank your donors. Give that kind word of acknowledgement after someone makes a donation, because that support, it really does go a long way. So now that you're raising all this money, again, everyone who raises $100 or more gets a T-shirt. And, you know, even we all need to be healthy and drink our water. So did you know that if you put $100 worth of dimes fits in a 20-ounce water bottle? So that's an easy way to raise the money for your walk T-shirt. So we gave a lot of information just now, and but we have you covered. Allie is here to help you every step of the way. If you have any questions about creating your team, registering team members, need additional fundraising ideas, we have a downloadable poster, and we do have additional incentive items. So we're talking a lot about the T-shirt, but we have fun incentive items if you individually raise it. $250, $500, $750, $1,000. So you get a lot, you'll have a lot of cool swag from the NKFI. So again, Allie is here for you every step of the way, pun intended. So right now, if I did see that there was some questions in the Q&A, so please type your questions in the Q&A, and Allie will be happy to answer them right now.
Thank you, Heidi. Yeah, everyone, feel free. I see that Celia, you already wrote one. Would there be any way Would there be any water or refreshments at the walk, or should we bring our own as COVID precautions? That's a great question. We're actually working with the park district right now to determine what their new precautions are going to be. I feel like they're going to change come closer to June, but as of now, we're planning to have water at our event, as well as hopefully some food, whether that's food trucks or we're handing out food ourselves. But again, you'll be updated as the event gets closer and the precautions change a little bit more. And I'll be sure to reach out to you, Celia. I see another one from Celia. What is the link for donations to share with our own social media and contacts with no registration? Another great question. So actually, when you register for the walk, it is going to take you to your own dashboard, like Heidi mentioned. And that link that's up at the top is the link you're going to want to share. Otherwise, if you go through Facebook and create a Facebook fundraiser for the Walk for Kidneys, you'll need to put the donations yourself into your dashboard as donations from Facebook, in which case from our back end, we would confirm them. It's also on our frequently asked questions online, and I can also send that information out to you as well.
We do have another question.
Oh, where is the meeting place in Montrose Harbor and will there be parking? Great question, Deborah. So it is actually Grove 16. We'll be having on our website as well as email sent out that'll show the actual location of where we're going to be set up with the tents. Registration will take place. And the great thing about Montrose Harbor is there is an abundant amount of parking. So yes, there is definitely going to be parking for our event. As well, we'll show you where those are located too on the map, so it's going to be easy to find for you guys. Will parking be free? That is another question that we're working with the park district right now. As of now, parking down there is free, but I don't know if you guys keep up with the mayor's posts and comments. She said that there might be metered parking down there at some point over the summer. We weren't giving a specific date, but again, we're working with park district to figure out what that would look like, when that would happen, and how it would affect our participants. We'll update that as well on the website, and I'll send out emails regarding it too.
So for additional clarification, there is a large parking lot there, but that is metered. And Allie was referencing there is also street parking that it currently is free. But again, the mayor was mentioning that putting in meters, but we weren't sure if that was going to be taking place before or after our walk. But there is a large parking lot, but that is metered.
Thank you, Heidi. We have another question. Will your virtual walker friends in other states get a shirt if they fundraise money? Perfect question, because this actually segues into another thing I want to mention. Yes, all our virtual as well as in-person participants qualify for our incentives this year. Just make sure when you set up your dashboard and register for the event that you update your address to the most recent address that you are at and double check it a couple of times, because if you are going to be a virtual walker, we want to make sure that you actually do receive those incentives. Our incentives levels are on our webpage as well as what our incentives are this year, but I know you mentioned a t-shirt in your question, Cindy. So if they do raise $100 and they are out of state, they will receive that shirt. Is the walk still a 5K distance? Yes, I believe we're doing the same distance that we've done in our past walks, which I think, Heidi, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it is a 5K.
Yeah, it's loosely based. So, and again, you can walk as much or as little as you like. So, because it's a fun walk.
I'm going to wait a few more minutes in case there's any last minute questions, but these were all great questions. Please feel free to keep sending them in to us. And if you have any questions, obviously after this kickoff, feel free to email me. We can get on a call and talk more, but I'd love to answer any of your guys' questions. Okay, great, everyone. Thank you again for joining us today. We've really enjoyed having you virtually, and hopefully we'll see you June 27th, either in person or virtually online through Facebook or YouTube. If you have any more questions, feel free to send them my way over call, or you can email me. And again, thank you all for being here with us today.